months. The question is, what if you can't work out? I mean, for example, Mark Dennon's on vacation right now. You think he's working out? Let's find out the progress of week 12.
So we have 3 variations of a crunch.
Sometimes getting to the gym can be more difficult than the workout itself. But not to worry, we've got you covered with some exercises you can do at home.
So whenever you can't make it into the gym, I have a couple exercises that you can do at home. That way you're not slacking on your abs. We'll start with Kelly first. We're going to do a beginner crunch. So Kelly's just going to lay on her back, and your legs to a 45. With her legs bent at a 45 and her core engaged, which means her abs are going to be tight and her glutes are going to be tight. She's going to come into a crunch without pulling on her head. Kelly's doing that. Go over to Jen. Jen's going to do an intermediate variation of the crunch. So her legs going to be straight up in the air at a 90 degree. She's going to do the same thing as Kelly, just crunching up. Now it's a little bit harder movement. Same thing, core's engaged, glutes are engaged. No irritation in the back. And Paula will do the advanced. Paula's going to bring her legs straight up to a 90 degree. Bring them back just a little bit to a 75. Now she has a little more stress into her core, but the back is still staying nice and flush to the ground, so make sure you suck in the stomach and push it down flat like you're trying to press the floor, and come up into a crunch. So we have 3 variations of a crunch. Whichever level is appropriate for you works best at home. So next one for at home, push-ups. There's always a variation for it. And Kelly here is going to do a beginner push-up. So she'll be on her knees. Arms will be shoulder width apart and her core is still engaged. And now she's using her triceps and her chest to help push her up from the floor. Excellent. And then Paula will be doing more of an intermediate one with one knee down and one leg up. So she's lifting half the weight, just a little bit harder than what Kelly's doing, using her chest and triceps. It's a little more difficult than what Kelly's doing. Yeah, very strong. Good. And Jen will be doing a more advanced one. So just a full push-up, just feet touching the floor, and coming down using her chest and her triceps. Much more difficult. So again, 3 variations: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Okay, so another one you guys can do at home is going to be the lunge. Okay, different variations. Kelly's going to start with a nice basic one. She's going to do a static lunge in place, which means there's going to be no ballistic force going into the knee. So she's going to step out with her right leg. All the pressure is going into the front quad. And with any kind of lunge, you always want to go for the burn in the quad without irritation in the knee. Paula's going to do a little bit more advanced. She's going to do a lunge with a switch. Every other foot is going to just step forward and lift back. This one's a little bit more ballistic. You have to be careful of the knee, making sure that it never goes past the toe. Being very careful. Excellent. And Jen's going to do a little bit more advanced. Jen's going to do a lunge with a step up. So what Jen's doing is stepping up and balancing out. Always be mindful to step nice and light. When the quads get a little tired, sometimes there's a little bit of a drag with the foot. That's okay too. But try and get it so that you come down and lift right back up.
So no more excuses. 3 simple exercises that you can do right in the comfort of your own home.
Gosh, just keep going.
Am I finished?
He's taking as much footage as he can get.
And now let's see how everyone weighs in at week 12. Paula Merrigan is now at 277. That brings her total weight loss to 22 pounds. My week 1 weigh-in was 204. This week I'm down to 196. I've lost 8 pounds. Jennifer Stevens-Pierre weighed in at week 1 at 262. Now at week 12, she's at 245, a total weight loss of 17 pounds. And Kelly Hicks initially weighed in at 170 pounds. This week, she's down to 150, a whopping weight loss of 20 pounds.
And you can track their progress each week by tuning into Kron 4, the morning news, every Monday at 8:50 a.m. Or you can log on to our website at kron4.com. It's 8:50.